Hello out there and welcome to English Teacher Plays. We're here with Moonshine Inc, which is a new game. It's on Steam, and full disclosure, I did receive my copy of the game for free, and we're gonna play it.
Hold up.
So it starts with this, ain't nothing illegal till you get caught. Great, let's get into it. It's going bad, and that is good. Different fuels, wood, gasoline, gas. So many types of apparatus. Tanks for fermentation. Directions. Fermentation is a perfectly natural process that takes place in fermentation tanks. There's a couple of different types of those. The outcome of fermentation, the mash, can later be distilled to create alcohol. What else? If alembics are... Oh, okay. We're moving on.
Our hometown just ain't big enough for you.
Oh.
It's never been.
Voice acting, love it.
Decide to leave and make a name for yourself in the city. But it's not that easy, is it? Work's hard to come by. The city's not a friendly place.
It's true.
Finally, you find a job in a mob-controlled pub. Not a dream come true, sure. But you meet people, you learn things. You remember your big dreams and start a business with like-minded friends. Still, your actions don't go unnoticed. All it takes is one tip from your ex-employers and it all goes down the drain. A police raid.
Right.
The business is over.
That sucks.
Fortunately, you are out of town. Unfortunately, you have to stay out permanently.
Ah.
You pack your bags and return back home to the mountains. But it's not all that bad. With the help of your great uncle and the best little sister in the world, that's me, you start a new business. Moonshining. Ready to chase some big dreams again.
Excellent. All right, let's get into it. Some Moonshine Inc. One day, a young moonshiner sets up a small operation in a peaceful forest in the distant mountains. Will he be able to make his fortune? Or will the hardships of the trade and the police turn out to be too much for him? Time to find out. Time to play Moonshine Inc. Sure. Grunkle Donald. Grunkle. Great. Here's your grandpops, my brother's old moonshine base. No one's used it since forever. But maybe it'll be of some use to you, and you have a lot to learn. I suppose I do. You can start by moving around to see all the... Okay, so we can zoom in, we can zoom out. We can rotate. That's what we're here to do after all. First, the very basis of Moonshine In are the ingredients used. Let's see what you have in storage for pressing the main button. Alright. Less than a hill of spoiled beans. No matter, we can always go to the store to buy us some ingredients. Here, let me show you on the map where it's at. Okay. Let's buy ourselves some Demerara sugar. Okay. Add 50 kgs to the cart. Some Barbados sugar. Sure. It made 51. But I only wanted 50, but that's alright. Yes. Now that the shopping's done, let's figure out what equipment we gon' be needing for this. Back to the base. Base. Oh, return to base. The place is pretty empty to be fair, but there should be a fermentation tank in storage. You can access it directly from the fast apparatus placement window. Okay, so we can place the apparatus. But where, of course, do we want to place it? I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, it's just... Okay, so it's just one barrel. We'll put it there. That right fine smell of a fermentation tank. What a delight. Thanks to this here thing, we can transform sugar into alcohol. Now we should hire someone to help us. Your poor Grunkle is so very old, after all, and thirsty, but I digress. Visit the worker headquarters, or HQ. It's one of your base's buildings, alright? Open the... Right now you have no workers, so let's check out some candidates. Well, not a huge turnout, and all rookies, but I reckon that makes sense. None of the folks in the area knows you yet, but this guy seemed like a good sort. A little wet behind the ears, but he'll learn fast. Let's send him an offer and see what he thinks of it. We just send it. Alright. Best I can do is $8.20 a week and no bonus. Dang it, boss. For an offer like that, I gonna be working hard and then a pump. Let's recruit a second worker so we have enough hands to start. You can try to negotiate, but remember the worker might be insulted if the offer is too low. Okay. Cool. Alright. Great. This is where you'll be able to see your workers and recruit or fire them. All you need to know about them is here. Open list of workers. Workers have traits, which might be good or bad. Ha! When I was younger, I had all the good traits and the bad ones. Depends on who you ask. Hard worker. Yeah, each time your workers be doing a task, they gain experience. It can be used to promote them to a specialization, and each specialization gives a bonus to different types of tasks. So specialize the heck out of them. Alright. Perfect. Now that you got yourself a crew, we can start shining. But first, let's make sure everything's in place in the base. Alright, let's check the workshop to craft what we need. You can access all the apparatus in the base and see their status and condition. Alright, crafting. Right, in the crafting tab, you can create different apparatus for your alcohol production. We need a distillation pot. Okay. During your adventure, your business endeavor, that is, you will have access to lots of stills that will differ by capacity, material, and so on. But for now, let's stick to the basic 200 liter still. Sure. Pot still with worm. Cooling system. Right, let's go to the base and see where we can install this. So we can just put this wherever we want. We'll put it... There you go. Ah, everything's ready. Let's go to the batch hub and plan production. Here you'll find the list of your batches. They're good looking for cooking. From here you can also access and set up the different steps of production. Let's start a new batch. Woo, this is deep. Okay. Grunkle Donald. Let's set everything up. In this here place, you can create a blueprint for the whole process. Choose the alcohol, ingredients, and apparatuses. The only restriction, you have to match an existing recipe. You know some of them, but others will need to be discovered. First off, let's choose one ingredient. How about Barbados sugar? Sounds so exotic. Sure. Since that's done, we need somewhere to ferment the stuff. We do have a fermentation tank, right? There we go. Yeasts are divided into categories. They allow you to craft recipes by altering the potency of your ingredients' flavors. Those in the first category, called simple, aren't very potent. You'll get access to stronger ones later on. Okay. The flavor chart changes when you add ingredients. Each ingredient has its own flavor and effect on the chart. Right, you need to match the flavor of a recipe to be able to make it. For now, we don't have a match, but a little bird told me that if we add Demera, we'll get much closer to the recipe. All right. When you have a recipe in the flavor chart, you can select it in order to lock it. Then if you make any modifications, the recipe's flavor target will be retained. Okay. As you can see, we have a match, but it ain't too accurate. Balance the quantity of the ingredients to make it 100% match. Other way. That's right. Perfect. All the matching and ready for batching. We just need to add a distillation apparatus and we're all set. Sure. Ah, your first batch. You young'uns grow up so fast. From what I can see, you've made the rock gut recipe. Start production and let's continue. Sure. And now it's time to set up the fermentation process. Alright. Woo! Okay, we're getting deep inside this. That's fine. That's good. I'm here for it. I'm feeling it. I'm vibing it. Grunkle Donald. This is the fermentation window where you'll plan the first step of production. You have to set the temperature, quantity, mixing, timing, and everything, okay? The fermentation diagram summarizes the whole process, the ingredients, and the equipment that you chose. The more complex the recipe, the more details you'll see here. You can view the apparatus that you use for the fermentation process. Its durability affects the efficiency of production. The lower the apparatus's durability, the bigger the chance that you'll lose the product. Cleanliness is also crucial if you want to avoid introducing unwanted flavors into your tank. Right, 100% flavor match. Okay, here we choose the yeast that will be thrown in the tank. Remember that each yeast has different requirements and will yield different results. Let's start with a balanced simple Kindle. Now we have to fill the tank by adding mash and water. Be careful with the quantity of sugar you add because too much will overwhelm the yeast and kill it. Okay, fill it 190 liters and reach 17. 190. And what did it say? Oh. Okay, later on you'll be able to unlock tech that will allow you to modify the temperature for optimal fermentation to avoid additional flavors. Here we have the fermentation timeline. You can choose when you want to stop the process. At some points, additional flavors might appear, which are represented by colored bubbles. Try to reduce the time to 16 hours and avoid an excess of additional flavors. Okay. How do we do that? Now that everything's all fine and dandy, you can start the fermentation process. The worker will fill the tank and the process will start. Alright. You can see your workers bringing water and mash the tank. Hard-working bees that they be. Fermentation is a long process. How about we speed up time? You have 3 different speeds. I can't see them because this is in the way, but that's fine. In the meantime, I'll show you the recipe book and the recipe map. Welcome to the recipe map. This is where the unlockable recipes are gonna be. There's 4 types of spirit: moonshine, brandy, whiskey, and vodka, and 3 complexities: cheap, fine, and premium. For now, you don't know a ton of recipes, but let me tell you how to discover more. Each recipe has a radius, which will expand depending on the quality that you achieve when making a batch. When the radius hits another recipe, you'll get a hint about it. Each hint brings you closer to finding a new liquor. It's your God-given duty to discover every recipe and make it premium quality to honor your ancestors, or at least to honor my wish to try each one. Now let's check out your recipes. Okay? There's a lot. This is one of those games. There's a lot going on. This is the recipe you discovered when you did the last batch. You can see all the different elements, the main ingredient, the flavor chart, the ethanol percentage, and so on. Okay. I mean, I can't actually see that, but that's alright. When you don't know everything about a recipe, this is how it looks. Each hint reveals a little something. Each alcohol type has its own tab, and with time, you'll discover everything. Alright. It says that this is completed. Now that the fermentation is done, we can start let's head back to the batch hub. Okay. Here we go, the second stick of alcohol I'm making. Let's set this thing up. Oh geez, distillation is a subtractive step. Each jar contains a fraction of the final product, both in terms of flavor and ethanol value. Selecting the ones you want to keep and the ones you want to discard will let you find balance between the expected flavors and ethanol content. In the settings for distillation process, you can control the flame rate and the jar. These affect the speed of production and quantity and quality of your product. Let's set the flame rate higher in order to speed up the process. Now let's specify which jars you want to get rid of in order to achieve the desired outcome. The recipe requires 30% ethanol in the end product, so let's have between 30 and 35 to give ourselves a bit of leeway. Okay. There we go. Well, everything seems to be in order. Let's do this. Let's have a look and see how while the distillation is all distilling, let's wait until the distillation process is over. Okay. We're waiting for the distillation process to be over. Meanwhile, I guess we can look around. And I guess so there's police that might come and raid us. That's fun. Alright. Now that the distillation's all done, we can bottle the product. Let's open the batch hub again and check on the production line. Yep, this is it, the last step of alcohol making. Let's bottle up the sucker. This is the final point when you can modify things. Fortify or dilute the product and set the price. Once it's bottled, it's done. The same goes for fortifying the alcohol, but what you can do now is dilute it. That'll help you meet the ethanol requirement, and it'll increase the volume of the product. But be careful, too much water will decrease the quality. Reach 30% ethanol. Alright, the quality of the product is influenced by several parameters. The flavor match the ethanol content in the recipe and the quality of your apparatuses. Later on, the parameters will also influence the quality, like the skills of your workers or the blending of your jars. Pricing is obviously an important part of the process because we want them Benjamins. But don't be too greedy. We need customers to actually buy our product. Consider the quality-price ratio. Find appealing price. Okay. Too much ethanol. Oh, you can see the mastery points you'll receive for this recipe. Mastery points are used to unlock new tech. Right. And finally, you can name your product. It's your first proof to show your grunko how creative you can be. Sure. It's going to be English teacher drinks. We'll just call it English teacher. Okay. Let's bottle it, I guess. Shining a light on things. Congratulations, your first batch is done. Now you can archive it. This way you'll be able to recreate it exactly in the future from the archive tab. But for now, let's close this window. Well, having moonshine is all fine and dandy, sure, but having money is even better. Your product has to be delivered to thirsty clients. Luckily, you have just the means for that. Just remember, always be careful when making your rounds. Open the delivery window. In this here little window, you can set up the details for your delivery. Remember, that's how you build your reputation. Alright? Here you can choose the driver. Right now, he's already selected by default, but you might have a specialist driver in the future who would be a better choice. Now let's take a look at the car. You don't own one, but you can borrow my old jalopy. In the future, you'll be able to have more cars. You can see that every car has its own stats. Let's choose the spirit we just bottled. Nice. Go back to and set a destination. Go back to the delivery and finalize. Oh, we gotta... Okay. Now let's start the delivery and see how it goes on our good old friend, the map. Alright, so he's going for a drive to the old shack. By the way, you can always take a look at a given hotspot to see how well your dealings are going. Right, each hotspot has different client preferences to try to meet them for optimal dealings. Meanwhile, the alert level shows the risk of a police raid on your stash. Each time you sell something, the risk increases, but more clients means more money. Storage shows you the batch you delivered and how well it has sold. You can also change its price. Each batch has a wariness gauge. If it's too high, sales will drop. But if the liquor isn't sold for some time, the wariness gauge will decrease. Okay. There's a graph with details on transaction, customers, and revenue. Alright. You can see the mission at the top left. You can pin or unpin the mission you want to display here. This makes it easier to follow your progress. Oh, and there's a mission right here. A poor soul in desperate need of our help. Where's that? Where? I don't... Open the missions log. Which one's the missions log? Oh, it's up here. I couldn't see the flashing thing. Oh my god. I was so blind. Let's take a look at the missions log. It'll help you keep track of all the missions you've so bravely accepted. They're divided into main story missions and secondary missions, which you can find on the map. All your past missions are found in the archives. Test your mental, alright? The local pastor is having a difficult time. It's not easy being the holiest person around. Maybe something to lift his spirits would help. Or some spirits to lift him. A drink from agave or corn syrup sure sounds swell. Seems like we got ourselves a mission. We have to make moonshine with agave syrup and corn syrup. Let's do this. I have some of them syrups around here. But next time you'll have to buy your ingredients in the store. Let's head back to the base for the moment. Okay, I've already mentioned the different tech and skills that you get to unlock. Since you have some mastery points, let's check out the technology tree. Tree is divided into two tabs, one for fermentation, the other for distillation. Okay. Yeah, let's unlock that. Yep. I think the apparatus from our past batch is a little dirty and maybe slightly damaged. We did press it pretty hard. Let's see. Okay. Yep, dirty and damaged. Ha. Just like, well, never mind who. Let's just clean the sucker, and then it'll be fine for the next batch. A dirty apparatus is bad for product. Okay. So we need some mashing equipment. Open the crafting tab. We're making, place the old cauldron in the base. Everything was going way too fast anyway. Place the old shouldn't it be here? Okay, there it is. Good. I was like, damn, man. Like, I'm pretty sure I knew what I was doing, but then it turned out I didn't know what I was doing. Let's make a new batch. All right, Lon, let's see if I can remember what it was that I was supposed to be doing. This is gonna be batch creator. All right, create new batch. Now I have a new recipe. You can pin it so that we don't get lost in the process. Poor man's tequila. Once you're done studying this little beauty, pick it and get started. Choose this recipe. All right. Okay, so we chose it. Add the agave syrup, corn syrup, yeast, and all the required apparatus and start the production. Okay. Agave syrup. Corn syrup. I mean, that's right? Corn syrup. What is this one? I think that's right, isn't it? Have I done the thing? Oh, no, I gotta check. I gotta... There you go, 100% match. Nice. Okay, set up fermentation. Let's take a look at the base one last time. Why? Now, one last word of advice. Be wary of the police. Our activities are far from legal. As sad as that is, the top bar shows how interested in you the police are. Trouble on the road and too many transactions in one hot spot will increase it. If you reach the end of the police alert bar, your base will be raided, and that means game over. And that's it. I do love finishing on a happy note. Now go and make your grunkle proud. And if you need anything, just check the Book of Moonshine to see all the knowledge I can pass on to you. And that's all. And what grunkle means is that you know the very basics of moonshine. And there's so much more to this specific kind of work. Well, back in your day, people didn't brush their teeth, voted Nixon, and prayed to the moon. How dare you, young lady? And there ain't nothing wrong with respecting the moon. We'uns are working in his shine, after all. Either way, I think it'll be best if my little older bro produced some more liquor to hone his skill. Grumble. I suppose. Okay. So let's set up the fermentation. We want this to be closer to here, right? Or something? I can't remember. What is this? I can't remember what this one is. Water mount. Okay. Mash. Okay. What does it need to be at? It needs to be much higher than that, doesn't it? Ooh. Okay, there we go. We'll use that one. That seems to be a good one, I guess. Look, I really don't know. So what is that? So those are different flavors that it's adding, I guess. Man, it really did not explain that very well, did it? But that's okay. Okay, optimal temperature. Oh, right, so it's going to make it bitter. Right, I see. Okay, well, we're getting there. Sort of. Sort of. Okay. I think that's right. I think that will work. Alright. Okay, so they're working on that. Okay. Can I create crafting? There we go. What is it? For an open type of fermentation. I don't know what that's for. Okay. I mean, we might as well make another one of those. Yep. The symbol makes the base feel nice and cozy. Durability, cleanliness. Ah, so this one's less durable. Right. Oh, that one costs a crap load. I see. So these are expensive. Fair enough, I guess. Oh, we need more workers. Okay. To do stuff. Where was that? That was worker HQ. Recruitment. Slow learner, neat freak. Let's just go with Jeff the trainee. Right. So we got him. Nice. There you go. Even gooder equipment. I knew you could do it. You've Everly been my favorite nephew. He's your only actual nephew, and you've been grumbling at him this whole time. Well, it was a motivational grumbling, and it worked. To be building such contraptions from scratch, you remind me of myself when I was young and full of hope and ambition. Back when you boarded the main flower. Nice. Okay. So now I should be able to... So I've got another one of these. I don't know... How did I get another one of these? I didn't actually build one, but... Okay. And this other thing, we'll put that... Oh. Okay, so that can go there. Alright, now we can go and do some more batch creating, I guess? Let's create another batch of something. Let's load a recipe. Oop. So we don't know any of that stuff, so let's make some more... Oh, I don't have those ingredients. Okay.
What are you looking for?
I need... Oh, that's way too much. Way too much. We'll just buy 50 kgs of that. We'll make some more of this poor man's tequila. And hopefully that works out. Yeah. Yes. Alright, return to base. Alright, let's get back in here. Alright, now let's go agave syrup. Corn syrup. This one. There we go. Nice. Now we've got 2 of them going. Oh, this one we need to do stuff to it, right? Needs 30% ethanol. Right. So it says 7%. Like how do we get it to 30%? I don't know this, man. I can get like 10%. Is there another tutorial coming, or what's the dealio? Okay, that's 11%. That's not bad. Okay. So surely I should be able to... No? It only works if I go lower. Okay. No, okay, so this is not working at all. Obviously, I'm just trash at this game. Sure. Okay. Alright, so that's a good mix there. We don't want to make all of that. Let's just go there. Just before it starts getting extra flavors. I mean, that's fine. Alright. We'll archive that. So we can close this out. What else can we do? Yep, let's unlock that. I mean, we might. Nothing else is available. Or, I mean, we can't afford anything else. So I don't know what closed fermentation means. Let's have a look at the workshop. Crafting. Closed for... Oh. There we go. Like a medium-sized... You know what they say, go big or go home. Closed fermentation tank. Ooh, that's expensive. I mean, we might as well try it. Alright. Let's put it out there. Oh, it's got to be built. Right. Does that mean that that's done? What is everybody... What's going on in here? Oh, we're here. Okay. Okay, let's speed up the time. And it wasn't joking about making stuff taking a long time. Cheap labor hire. I already hired a worker. I guess we can hire another worker. I mean, I already did that. New workers will appear in 1 day and 12 hours. Let's wait for a new worker. Okay, here we go. So is he moving stuff around? Is that what's going on? I actually don't know. Cool. Right. Where's my thing that I asked them to build? Or is it just taking a long time? Crafting is done. Oh, it's still under construction. Oh, okay. And here's some stuff. Test your mantle, cheap labor. Right. We are doing well. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to fast forward until we get to the next bit. Okay, so I've now been nearly playing this for about an hour and a half, and man, there's a lot going on, and it definitely has that sort of one more go kind of feel. Now, one thing that I am enjoying is you get to play with the stuff that you've got, and you sort of put it all together and make new recipes. So that's pretty fun. Some of the research is locked behind chapters and stuff. All right, so we can just make a really good batch of Daddy Bear, which is whatever that's called, and then yeah, let's just make it. Let's make a big batch of Daddy Bear. There we go. So we can let it go longer and get more ethanol out of it, which I think is what we will do, because we're still 86% match on what we're supposed to be making. That's all good. All right. Let's make that bad boy. Get after it, team. So yeah, so we've got to have 10K. We've got to meet the locals, deliver 40 liters of stuff. I think that our car is actually broken. Yeah, it's a little bit broken. So let's repair that bad boy. Oh, we gotta wait for it to be fixed before we can send it out on a delivery. Yeah, it's definitely one of those just one more day, one more delivery, one more turn kind of games. And I definitely feel like I'm kind of always on the edge of bankruptcy. Did we unlock the next? No, it's not available in this chapter. So there is stuff to unlock, but I can't unlock it despite having mastery points because it's not available in the chapter, and that's okay. I don't mind it, locking stuff behind me. Oh, there's a thing to tell me what the quests are. Where was that? Oh, here we go. Meet the locals. Bigwig. Right. All right. So we need to deliver some more maple syrup flavored stuff. No, we're not going to get there, are we, in time? So, you throw away these ones because they're bad, and then these ones, hopefully, are pretty close. Yeah. You can make it go faster if you've got a good match, but I don't have a good match, so we got 1 day. We got 5 days to deliver it. That's fine. We'll go. We'll have people delivering stuff before we know it. So yeah, so the game is definitely it's a management game. It kind of reminds me of Cartel, or was it called Cartel? Which was the where you're the drug lord kingpin, and you got to manage your farms, but you also have to deal with rival gangs and all that kind of stuff. It kind of has that same vibe. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Like I said, I've been playing for an hour and a half, and I'm still enjoying myself. I am now broke, though, of course, so we really need this batch to sell well. The last one didn't sell well because our car broke down. Oof, that's not going to be enough money. All right, let's bottle it. Archive. Alright, and then we can send it on to be sold. Alright, let's drop some stuff off. Ooh, that's got an 8. I guess we're not dropping stuff off there. We'll drop it off at the low... Oh, no, damn it. Sometimes I do that. It's okay. Yep. There we go. Set destination. Start delivery. Alright. So if we don't get enough money to make up for the money that we don't have, we will get a loan, I guess. That's the game's way of... Oh, actually, we probably should be setting up the next thing, right? Oof. You always got to be doing stuff, man. There's always stuff to be doing. Alright, Spirit Lifter. Yeah, let's create that. Let's make the next batch of something. Let's load a recipe. Daddy Bear. Choose this recipe. We need... Oh, we don't have any more honey. Oof. And we can't buy anything. Okay. Spirit Lifter? What's in that? Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Choose this recipe. Alright, let's try cane sugar. And... this one. There we go. And 100% match. There we go. Excellent. Alright, set up fermentation on this bad boy. Oh, what's going on here? Why did it freeze? Oh, we're out of cane sugar. And we don't have enough money to buy any. Okay, so we can't do it. Because we have no money, okay? Right. Alright, well, we'll exit out, and we'll see how our delivery's going. Because that's what we actually need to happen before we can, Thank you. So now we should start making some money. I'm gonna have to start firing folks. Because I can't afford them. You're gone. Yep. We're just keeping those two. Because I can't afford to keep all these people. Because I can't afford to buy anything. What is this guy doing? Storyline, bigwig. Right. I mean, I delivered... Oh, I'm supposed to deliver the moonshine to him. Oh, that's so dumb. Okay, well, as you can see, the game is complex and difficult. Let's go look at the description and see what the game has to say for itself. Okay, Moonshine Inc. We love moonshine, and now you get to play a story-rich management game focused on creating moonshine, brandy, whiskey, and vodka. You'll ferment, distill, then name your booze how you want it. You'll run that business big, smart, yet discreetly, because ain't nothing illegal till you get caught. Developed by Clubator, and it comes out on the 2nd of December, which is, what, 5 days away from now? Yeah, 5 days. I was right. I was onto it. If I had to guess, I'd say it probably costs something in the realm of $29.99 or $25.99 or something like that. That's a good price. The game definitely has good vibes. It feels fun. Making stuff actually, you know, I kind of feel like I'm actually fermenting stuff. I'm like, ooh, this is pretty fun. I like making alcohol. Begin with passion for moonshine. We love moonshine, and there ain't nothing better than good booze. In Appalachia, we know it well. We've got moonshine in our blood, in the case of some old-timers, maybe even literally. We love to talk about liquor, make it, drink it all day long, and we love to share it too. How about that, my gaming friend? Get the know-how and craft fine liquors. What's your alcohol of choice? Do you maybe know how to make it? The process is a complex one, but with our know-how, we can shed some light on it if you'd like. A little bit of moonshine, to guide you through the processes of fermentation, distillation, and bottling. But that's too much to write about here. Just check out the gift below to see how we went about it. Cool. Run your base smart and be discreet. Sure, take your story to the metropolis. In our game, you take on the role of a young moonshiner. You will progress through the main missions. You'll be performing side quests and running into road events during deliveries. The life of a moonshiner is ever exciting and full of surprises. If you'll be prospering, you'll get the chance to create and manage bases in 5 different regions, each with its own more and more challenging missions, from your hometown mountains through the thicket of a forest and a mud of a swamp, all the way to civilization to conquer the big city. How the story will end depends purely on you. There'll be a pesky agent who wants to work with you, and there'll be a corrupt government that you can join, but you can also ignore them. You're a free man after all. One gripe that I did have is that when the... you know, this is probably fixable. When a process doesn't have the ingredients, it doesn't flash a warning or something when you're looking at your base. It doesn't say this is missing ingredients. It just sits there. So maybe just a little, you know, warning thing that says missing ingredients. That's just a quality of life improvement, because presumably the characters that are there would notice that we're missing stuff. The other thing is, when I get a mission that says deliver 40 liters of, you know, liquor made from maple syrup, it doesn't say to whom or to where or anything. It just says deliver it. If there's somewhere specific that I'm supposed to be delivering it to, that should be in that quest icon. That should be up there. It should say deliver this to this person, and maybe even have their picture, because if it's a specific quest, that should be there. I just thought it was deliver it in general, you know, because that was one of the other ones are deliver it in general. Why is that quest not deliver it in general? So I, you know, when I finished up there, I was about to fail a quest because it didn't tell me to deliver it specifically to someone. And I guess I could have clicked on the quest icon and it might have said that, but I haven't been doing that because it just comes up, it's handy there, and I'm busy making moonshine. So maybe if it was in that little thing on the top left corner. That's my only bits of feedback for you. Let's see. Features: a faithful reflection of the moonshine craft, fermentation and distillation based on chemical formulas behaving as natural processes. A realistic recreation of an American moonshiner's business with all its challenges. A rich story, 3 possible successful endings, or game over if caught by the authorities. 5 regions, 70 recipes, 15 moonshines, 15 whiskeys, 20 brandies, and 20 vodkas, 50 ingredients, 35 apparatuses, 26 fermentation and distillation technologies, 37 main quests, side quests, and road events. Original soundtrack. Get a supporter pack to download 19 tracks from the game's OST. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I like it. Like I said, I was only a little bit frustrated by the 2 things that I mentioned, because the quests just sort of come up, and, you know, no one's telling me that they need it or why they need it. It just sort of happened. But, so this is the developer. They've got a few games. Oh yeah, we played Orbit Industries. I remember that one. That was pretty fun. So same developer. Best month ever. Oh, yeah, I remember playing that one as well. So is this a publisher or developer? This seems like a substantial amount of output for one developer. Yeah, but help will come tomorrow. I think I've played that. Yeah, I'm almost certain I've played that, but maybe not on Steam because it's not in my collection there. It's very cool. I like it. Moonshine Incorporated. Definitely worth checking out. Add it to your wish list by clicking on the link down in the description. You can join their Discord and all that kind of stuff as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below, and otherwise I'll see you guys next time. Class dismissed.